Peggy and I are doing a duet today to kick off. All right, sorry for being late. There was a middle school graduation, but I wanted to welcome everybody today to our final board meeting for this year. I thought just for those that, so I see a couple of new faces, we just go around and do introductions. So I will start and then we can go to my left. I'm Vera Malhotra. I'm the Kentucky School for the Blind Advisory Board President and Parent Representative.
Hi, I'm Tricia Bronger from Greater Louisville Education Co-op, and I'm serving as the note taker.
Janelle Turner with OVR. I am the at-large representative.
Richard Willems, Kentucky School for the Blind, maintenance manager.
I'm Nicole Gaines. I am a community member and I work at American Printing House for the Blind right next door.
I'm Carla Reschval and I represent the KSB Alumni Association.
I'm Patty Cox and I'm her sidekick and daughter.
Oh, nice to meet you. Introduce you.
Oh, sorry, I'm Peggy Sinclair Morris, the principal.
And Shelley?
I'm Shelley Badgett, and I'm going to be speaking for Shannon today, but I'm the Director of Special Education for State School, but I'll be giving the KDE updates. She's out today.
The board minutes did go out. Obviously, they were sent a little bit late, so I do apologize for that. But I had a chance to review them. I'm not sure if everyone has had a chance to review them.
I looked them over. I thought
Okay.
they were fine.
Okay,
I wasn't here for that.
that's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on the announcement, it said that we were approving the November minutes.
Yeah, I
instead
corrected
of-
it, the print copy that you have, in
Okay.
front of you is
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, I had copied it
Sorry,
from the,
yeah.
no, it was from the department.
Yeah,
No, it's from me, actually.
Never mind, never
I'll
mind.
fess
I
up.
appreciate fessing up, yeah. Well, I will seek to approve the board
I'll second.
meeting minutes. Thank you, Nicole.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The motion carries.
Thank you.
All right, Peggy.
I'm up next.
Mhm.
So regarding our summer programs, we are going to have just regular summer camp the first week in June. And I believe we have over 40 students registered for that. And again, it's students across the state. Not sure how many KSB kids we have coming, but we always tend to have, quite a few that come to our summer camp. And then the second week of June and the third week of June is our work program. And Janelle might know, I think we had 23 students apply.
There were 29 that
29.
applied and 4 on the wait list.
We're on the wait list, so. And they'll divide between Kentucky Kingdom and the Louisville Zoo. We also have our post-secondary program Insight, which will take place in Moorhead. Does it start the first week of June? And so that is, the director of that program is Kyle Sosha. He's one of our short course teachers. And I believe they have over 20 students that will be attending from across the state. And we have several students from KSB that are attending Insight. And then later in July, we have Winsight, which is in Western Kentucky at Murray State, which is a similar program to Insight, but shorter, fewer days. And that is run by Angela Powell and Robin Cox, who are outreach consultants. So the next thing is the memorial plaque. As you all, of course, know, we lost Anthony Bretnacher this year. And I met with his mom, Sierra, and Michelle Brown, Executive Director of Charitable. And Mom has proposed a plaque in honor and memory of Anthony to go outside of the playground. And so Charitable is going to fund that. We'll get it from Sinorama. It'll be, of course, have print and braille on it. And I think, I don't know if she talked to you, Richie, about placement of it, because
She did.
there's not really a perfect place to set it right outside of the playground.
We was talking about putting on the brick wall inside the playground area.
Okay.
As soon as you walk in, you'll be able to see it.
Okay, perfect. So we hope to have that up and ready in the fall. So student numbers, we have 4 graduates this year. And I was just looking at the list of new students. I think we have 10, right now we have 10 new students coming in next year, 4 kindergartners. And I think there's still a couple of IAP meetings on the books for new students, and we always get new students throughout the year. So we'll probably have over 70 kids is what we're predicting, which is exciting. So, vacancies, so the only vacancy we will have teacher-wise will be middle school math. Our middle school math teacher, Melissa Fisher, is moving up to high school math. Our high school math teacher, Sandra Miller, is moving over to our assistive technology teaching position. So we'll be hiring for that middle school math teacher. So if you know anybody who loves teaching middle school math and wants to work at a great place, let them know. Of course, we can always continue to have dorm staff that we need. We have paraprofessionals that I think we have 5. We could have up to 10. Right now we have 5. So certainly looking at hiring more folks. Our facilities manager position, we had interviews last week. That was John Aaron's, former operations manager, John Aaron's position. And thinking about John, we've been having discussions about possibly naming the bowling alley after him, because that was really one of his babies, and he was so excited when it opened, and so we'll be working on that in the fall. Anybody have any questions?
Are any of the new ones residential?
Off the top of my head, I don't know how many, but some of them are, yes. The kindergartners, of course, they're all local. So.
I feel a noticeable emptiness in the room without John here today.
Mhm.
And he did have a tough exterior, but it was good that he just always cared about the kids and the vision of this school. And I always enjoyed listening to his updates, because it was like he's updating his own house. And I'll miss him. So,
He was a big softie. He, like you said, had a tough exterior, but he was a definite softie for the kids.
yeah, yeah. All right, next up, we have the facilities update.
Hello, I'm Rich Williams again, and we have multiple capital projects kicking off May 26th. The Scoggins building will be closed for the next 2 months, and all the windows and frames are being replaced with brand new ones, and the main electrical switchgear along with all the electrical transformers on campus will be changed. The electrical main to Evans Hall, food service, and Langham Gym are the ones affected. Are also being replaced. All of the HVAC will be replaced in the Ritchie building, and demo of the plaster ceilings in the office areas where drop ceilings will be installed due to new HVAC in Ritchie building. The maintenance shop is getting new HVAC and is disconnecting the Kiwani boilers that used to heat the campus since 1971. The rec gym is getting new windows and HVAC in the gym area. Langham Gym is getting new mini boilers for the building heat and HVAC mini split units for the office areas on the main floor. Hauser Hall is getting new mini boilers for building heat and a brand new natural gas line installed. About it. I'll have that. Do you have any questions for me?
Do you have an update on the, I know in the middle of the track field, they were putting thermal in, is that correct?
Yeah, they're all completely done with the geothermal.
Okay, That's
They're, all they have to tile now is the Scoggins classroom building. They plan on doing that this summer.
Okay.
So we're moving out of the Scoggins classroom, well, the whole classroom building will be closed, so we're moving out for the summer. And again, having to, most of summer school will take place in Hauser. So, but fortunately, food service is open this summer, like last summer it was not,
Oh,
so it was a
yeah.
lot of moving pieces, so.
Okay.
But it'll be, I mean, it'll be wonderful when it's all done.
Hey,
Hey,
how are you?
good. How are you?
Good. You're up.
Oh, I'm up, okay.
Jess Belcher, for those of you that don't know her.
So I'm the athletic director here at KSB. I am happy to say that I'll be starting my 9th year, hopefully in August, as the athletic director, and I've seen a steady amount of kids participating. We have added bowling in the last couple years, which brought in a lot of kids that normally would not do athletics. And so we're at about 27 athletes over the course of the 7 sports that we offer. We are excited for next year. We're going to be hosting several things, some new things we've not hosted before. We're going to attempt to do a track and field day meet here in August. And then we'll also have the Bill Roby games in September, and it's actually really early in September this year. I think it's Thursday the 17th. Yeah, it's gonna spring up on us when the
I'm
school
in that
year
Lions
starts.
Club, I'm the vice
Yeah,
president of that
so-
Lions Club, we haven't heard that yet.
Well, be ready, information's coming out. So we had with a lot of the schools doing week-long fall breaks now, it's kind of affected when we can have it. And unfortunately, JCPS is out one of the days the following week, and track conference is that week. So that was the day all the schools decided was the best day.
You said the 17th?
The 17th,
Okay.
yes. And then in January, we are going to attempt to host wrestling and cheer conference again. We tried this past year, but the weather felt otherwise. And then in April, we're going to be hosting a swim and forensics invitational weekend. So we'll have different things going on that weekend for 5 or 6 schools in the conference. So I'm excited. I have most of my coaching staff is planning on returning. So I've got a good crew helping with the kids. Most of the kids have told me that they're going to come back for the sports that they came out for, and a lot of them telling me they're going to try new sports they've never tried before. So I think we've got a good program building. Yeah, I mean, do y'all have any questions for me?
When's your track and field day meet in August?
It is the 26th or 27th,
Okay.
whatever that Wednesday is.
Okay.
And I'm going to be sending those out the end of this week. So I'll have a schedule out. But yeah, we'll be doing lots of traveling this year, as well as having lots of things at home, which will be nice.
My son had a chance to do swimming, and they went to a conference in Illinois and came back. And as I was thinking about him coming back, because the vans pulled up, it looked just like a high school coming back from a swim meet. I mean, they had all their bags, and he had survived a whole weekend. He was taken care of. He came back excited. He competed in a pool, and as I was thinking about the name of the school, the Kentucky School for the Blind, I was struck by the thought that it's just a lot more than just a school. There's just, I think calling it a school doesn't fully represent what you guys are really doing, which is, I know other schools have athletics, but not a lot of other schools have dorm programs and kids learning overnight and life skills. I mean, I don't know what you would call this, but it's a lot more than a school. And he's coming back with skills and experiences unlike anything I could have ever imagined. And Jess, I mean, just speaks to I don't know how you must work on a different schedule.
I'll sleep.
Okay. I get I don't know how you do it, but it's incredible the people that you have supporting the school.
And the more trips he goes on, the better he'll be.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
The more things we learn about them too, so.
Yeah.
I will add, I actually forgot about this, that I had 2 students compete in KHSAA track this year. Competed in regions last week, and they competed on I hate to call it the regular side, but it was not the unified adapted side. It was on the other side, and Caleb Robinson, one of our seniors, placed 10th in the region in one of his events, and then placed 7th in his field event. So I'm very proud of them, and they came to me with that initiative, wanting to do it. They got up at 5:30 in the morning and practiced for several weeks on top of practicing for swim. My passion for athletics comes from those students, because just to see that it's so much more than just the sport. I mean, and I know a lot of you have been a part of it before, been a part of some team, and I think these weekends are really beneficial for the kids, but also for us as the adults. Because I tell people all the time, you should really go on an athletic trip, because you're really going to learn this, kid, because we're safe here at KSB, and they're a whole different kid when you take them out into the community. So I just appreciate the opportunity to be able to do it, even though I lose a lot of sleep.
It's incredible.
When I graduated from KSB and I got into college, and I discovered pretty quickly that because of all of the trips, and back then we didn't have girls' sports. The cheerleaders got to go places, but nobody else, as far as the girls went. And even so, with all of those opportunities, I had far more opportunities and traveled more places than my sighted roommates.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all music majors, and that was great and fun, but I had many more opportunities here at KSB than the kids in public school who were maybe singing in the glee club. Well, that was okay, you know, but for some of them, that's what they did. It's all they did. And I guess because of the small enrollment, relatively small enrollment, but we had 140 kids back then. But even so, we had so many more choices, because they needed all of us to be in everything, you know, and kids did that a lot back then. So the more they do, the better.
Well, and I think it's a great opportunity for our kids to meet others just like them.
Sure.
The amount of kids that I have that are like, oh, I get to see this person this weekend, and oh, I get to see this person this weekend.
Yeah.
And, you know, we have one student that has a really good friend that attends the Indiana School for the Visually Impaired. So, like, they talk on the phone on a daily basis. And so I think it's great that we're able to provide those opportunities to meet peers that are just like us, to know that, you know, they're not alone in the world, and there are people that understand, because, you know, us adults just don't understand. So.
Thanks for the update.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. I'm gonna sneak out. Unless you need me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shelley, I'll pass it to you. Do you want to sit?
All right, I'm gonna
Okay.
come over here and sit. I didn't know where to sit. All righty, as I said, Shannon's sorry she couldn't be here, but she had a family things that she's been attending this weekend, so got to give her a little bit of time. But so she wanted me to share 3 things with you. The first is that this Division of State Schools, they partner with KSBA, just like all other districts, for updating policies after the legislative thing goes through, and so they put that through that. So they are partnering with that, and over the next few weeks, she said that you all will be receiving, both the Kentucky School for the Deaf and the Kentucky School for the Blind Advisory Councils will be receiving the drafts of those for your review, because they will go in front of the August the KBE board meeting in August. So her plan is to get those. She believes they're going to come back anytime, and she'll get those out to you for review and give you kind of a timeline on that. So if you have any questions when you see them, but those will be the most updated. The second thing is we always want to talk about is Indicator 8, which is our parent involvement survey. That went out multiple ways. We sent it out to every student in the mail. I know Peggy has been working with her staff on the newsletters and getting it, from the teacher perspective to see if parents will fill them out. Parents it's a QR code, but they can also fill out a paper if they want. So we were hoping to get as much participation. That closes June 30th. So if anybody hears anybody, they need anything, we want to try to get as many returns as possible. And the last update she wanted me to share is that Shannon and I went to the National CEC Conference in Salt Lake City in March. And when we went there, because there's not always a lot of sessions on, students who are blind, visually impaired, and teachers and things like that, we really were like, what can we do to help us and help the schools? And so a lot of what we did was went in the vendor area or to the vendor showcases, they called them, and we asked questions like, how does this support a student who is blind or low vision? Like, this is a great app, but what does it do? Like, does it have the Braille? Like, can it be, hooked in to get some Braille? Or if it's low vision, are there highlighting capacity? So we really tried to say, when people are developing, like, what does that look like? And we actually had a couple of companies, the first time people asked that to them, because we were like, how does it work? Can you highlight this for low vision? Because that's a lot of clutter. We see a lot of clutter, or, is there the capacity? And we did the same, do you have that with sign language? Can that avatar sign? We now know that Disney has put out, I'm not sure if anybody has seen, but they put out some of the movies with sign language. So our goal was to say, people who are developing these things that are coming through the curriculum or the pieces, like, how are you incorporating the needs of blind, low vision, deaf, or hard of hearing students? So we felt like we had some really great conversations, and one company, we saw them one day and she found us the next day and was like, hey, I talked to our developers and we're going to do this. So I felt like we did go to some sessions, which we saw Trisha Bronger up on the big screen, and we were like, yeah, because we were at the IVC one, you were like, they were pulling up pieces. Yeah, no, she was not there, just her picture, and because it was Find a great example, and it just happened to be our own. So with GLEC, but there were some, but we really felt like we walked away with our job of asking the questions like, how are you going to support teachers and students? So we hope that as we look at things, because we know we get bombarded with a lot of apps and curriculum, but it's like, how does that work for us? So if we don't ask the questions, then, so we felt that it was very successful. Then we had to get out of there because there was lots of snowstorms coming somewhere that we had to, so we left it, early that morning, the last day. So any questions or anything I can bring to Shannon for you all?
I'm just curious who the vendor was that was so receptive.
Yes, I'll have to get
Curious,
because you end up with a packet of pieces. I'll have to get that for you.
I'm
But
just curious. No.
yeah, it was, yeah. There was two. The one came back about us, but the other one was about low vision, and he was very. It was more of a social skill autism type, but it was more social skills based, and we talked to them about the highlighting because there it was cluttered. We were like, there's a lot going on. If you want us to use that program, do you have, can you be compatible? Do you have a Braille handout for what's going on? But also the highlighting piece. So he had said, oh, never thought about that, because that's one of those things that just highlight the people, grade the back. And he's like, oh, we should be able to do that. But he hadn't thought about it, you know, because he's trying to sell, but he's like, I'm going to talk to this person. So it was just a really good thing that I think that's part of our job is to advocate for our teachers and students.
All right,
All right. Thank y'all.
let's move to new business. A couple of things. Tricia, I believe this is the end of our rodeo together. We've served 2 years in both the secretary and leadership role. But I wanted to thank you for working with me. And
My pleasure.
I've appreciated the board. And Peggy, I wanted to especially thank you for the opportunity to get to work with you the past couple of years. I've learned a lot about myself in that process, and I just appreciate our partnership dearly. So
Thank you.
we will elect new roles in the first meeting of each fiscal year. And so come fall, we can go through that process like we did at the beginning of this year as well. I did want to talk to see if we could nail down some dates for 2026, 27 for this team. So Tricia, I can get my,
Get my calendar.
okay. And then, does this time sort of still work for you, Peggy? And
Yep.
And, okay. And I think the cadence worked well as far as timings last year. Let's take a look.
Oh, and just an FYI, graduation is Wednesday at 6 o'clock in the Ritchie Building. So you all are welcome, more than welcome to attend.
May 20th.
Yes. Mhm, it's Wednesday, yeah.
In August. The second Thursday is August 13th.
Okay.
That'll be our first week of school.
Should we push it out maybe another week?
Mhm.
So we could do the 20th?
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be the third Thursday,
Okay.
August 20th, 11 o'clock.
And then I guess we'd go to November for the next one. Maybe like, do you want to do the week before Thanksgiving or the week before that?
We could do the week before Thanksgiving.
Like the 19th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure.
So then we can look at like,
To February this year.
okay, yeah, so we could do like February 18,
Mhm.
and then we can end the year. Oh, we could do May 20th for now,
Mhm.
and we can look at, we can at least propose those dates, especially on the.
I'll look at our calendar for next year
Yeah.
just to make sure.
Yeah,
The only thing I'm thinking, May 20th could wind up being our last day with students and elementary
yeah.
awards.
I
and-
see. Maybe let's just propose then, to be safe, let's just do the 13th for now.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So August 20th, November 19th, February 18th, and May 13th. I think that's the easiest dates I've ever done in my
Me
entire
too. I think
life.
I think we're getting better at it. Okay, let's see. That's all that I had for new business, unless the team had anything else that they wanted to add.
I'd like to propose something.
Yeah.
Working on having maybe some virtual meetings.
Mhm.
That way people throughout the state can participate.
I like that idea.
And I think that when we look at filling positions,
Yeah,
when people
Open it up.
rotate off, that would be a good idea.
Mhm.
Just to have a more diverse look at the board.
yeah. Yeah, I think in our notes, we should also put that we're looking for anybody interested that would want to serve. And then, obviously, if we can do it virtually, that may open up possibilities as well.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
because we did do one meeting recently, didn't we do it partly virtual? Some were here and some were on Teams. Was that in February maybe?
I don't remember.
Yes.
November?
February.
February, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can look at that for the first one in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
When is the Board of Education meeting here in August? I'm trying to think.
Yeah, so the Board of Education, they're having an on-site meeting here. It's that week that, in August, that teachers return. August 5th and August 6th, KBE, Kentucky Board of Education, will be meeting on site in the cafeteria.
Do you need us for anything or?
I mean, you all are welcome to attend and listen.
But, okay. All right.
Yeah, I have a pre-meeting
And then,
with their people next week.
okay. Well, if you need us in any capacity outside of that, just let us know.
Okay, I will, I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Anything else from my team? No? Okay. Public comment, we didn't have any. So we can call this meeting adjourned. Okay, 11:40. Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good meeting.